4 stories from MMM Ghana are in our events roundup this edition, while the week ending in October 22, 2017 is the coverage of our MMM Weekly Digest. And Guider Emil San Juan will cap this edition with his Just My Opinion. All this in just a moment. To all our viewers around the world, this is MNC, your Mavro News Channel. Collaboration between guiders has been one of the consistent characteristics if we talk about offline events in MMM Ghana. That has been shown again when Team D guiders joined hands for an MMM presentation last May 17, 2017 at Eddie's Pizza in Accra.
From November to
With Guider Eze as team leader, they were able to gather 35 attendees who were all willing to hear more about the community. There were 4 designated speakers that day. The first guider who spoke gave an overview about MMM. He also shared how the community is paying and is changing lives of people. He provided his brother as an example, who he said has now managed to travel abroad to places such as Dubai because of his bonuses from MMM. The second speaker presented how the system works. He shared with them that in MMM, the amount of donation depends on the willingness of participants to provide help. He added that these exchanges are done directly between donor and recipient. 2 more guiders stood up and explained further the community's ideology, the benefits it offers, and other things that they need to know before deciding to join. The presenters welcomed questions too, as they went on because they wanted to ensure that their guests fully understood the community. As closing message, they told their invites that MMM community is beneficial. Hence, they should not hesitate to join and help one another. 15 days later, on June 2, 2017, it was Guider Chooks Nwedu as Sonia's turn to spread knowledge about the MMM community. On that day, he hosted an offline presentation at Spintex in Accra with 24 people in attendance.
You will come to the system and click get help.
Guider Chook started the discussion with a short welcome message and an introduction of himself and how he got involved with the community. Then he gave an overview of MMM as a global community before proceeding to its history and guiding principles. Here, he expounded on the importance of knowing deeply the ideology, as he said, it is the bedrock of MMM. Next up was the talk about the bonuses offered by MMM. He showed them first the donation exchange process, then he discussed about the possible bonuses they could get as they participate. He added that one of the requirements in asking for help is for them to wait for 30 days. In addition, he detailed to them how their Mavro grows in the system and where it originates. Overall, Guider Chooks was confident that he was able to achieve his goal to enlighten the people of Spintex about the ideology of MMM and the rewards accrued when a person joins the platform. This week, our MMM News Digest covers the week that ended on the 22nd of October 2017. As its tradition, we start with the news from the cryptocurrencies world. During this period, the price of Bitcoin exceeded $6,000 and reached a new historical maximum rate. With this new record, it has been proven one more time that the digital gold isn't worse but even better than the natural one. This stable growth of Bitcoin also resulted in the increase in the number of Bitcoin investors. Also, the market capitalization of Bitcoin broke records during that week. For the first time, its volume has exceeded $100 bin with a daily turnover of about $2.6 bin. Its price also grew by 56% compared to its price a month before October 22 and by more than 850% a year ago. The statistics meant that the early investors who paid attention to Bitcoin 2 years ago and chose long-term buy and hold storage strategy got big returns on their investments. When talking about total cryptocurrency market capitalization, the results were also amazing. On January 1st, 2017, the cryptocurrency market capitalization hardly exceeded $18 bin. Around October 22, this indicator already increased almost 10 times as it peaked at $173.7 bin. And it's just the beginning as cryptocurrencies continue to gain popularity drastically. Although Bitcoin remains the leader of the cryptocurrencies market and will probably maintain its position in the future, many investors also prefer to invest in alternative coins or altcoins like Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, Dash, and many others. Their mindset is that aside from altcoins being based in the same way as Bitcoin, they have unique features that could make them become as expensive as Bitcoin in the future. People could get high returns in cryptocurrency investments as long as they act properly and remain prudent. One way to do so is using them while participating in MMM. And now, we do a short review of the main events in different MMM countries for that week. We begin with our Kenyan leaders who went to Egypt to develop the MMM community there. October 22nd marked their third week in the country and they have shown wonderful results as MMM Egypt is gaining its momentum. They held different meetings, distributed leaflets on their street, prepared new conferences, and even played football. In MMM RSA, things were going perfectly well too. Participants continued to provide and get help actively, as indicated by the number of PH requests increasing day after day. MMM Thailand, Myanmar, and Indonesia were also doing well that week. Indicators shows that the community is developing actively and is getting stronger and more stable in these countries. While in MMM Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria, guiders remain active as usual. They continue to promote MMM by holding offline events for people who still don't know about the community. Leaders from Kenya showed a creative approach to MMM promotion when they moved to a little town and started to distribute leaflets among pedestrians. They also did brief explanations to those who had time about this mission and goals of MMM and how it operates. As for MMM Nigeria, guiders held a special business training wherein they taught participants all the needed skills that will help them grow in the community. And guiders from MMM Brazil continued their active efforts as well to make MMM known in their country. They held daily small home meetings and official presentations, all of which were extremely successful with many new active participants joining the community. They also held a big charity event for children where they gave out wonderful gifts and tasty meals. As for MMM Peru, they celebrated their first anniversary that week. The guiders and participants held a great street parade with balloons, posters, and cars decorated with MMM logo. A gala ceremony with several hundreds of participants also took place in a large and well-decorated hall. While in China, MMM continued its spread in the Chinese social networks. MMM accounts gain new followers who are very active in sharing things about the community. Things were going wonderful in MMM Australia too, with local leaders constantly looking for new ways to motivate their participants. On that week, they recorded video reviews and shared the story of the ordinary participant who used his Mavros properly and increased his funds due to the constant growth of Mavros. If you want to see these reviews, we have included it on the description part of this edition. MMM Philippines also continued to develop and strengthen. The participants feel wonderful as the system develops rapidly. They actively provide help and invited newcomers with the aim of making the community grow bigger and become even more stable. Also that week, guiders from MMM India held a charity event in line with their national celebration of the Diwali. It is a festival that celebrates the triumph of good over evil, which is also the key idea of the ideology of MMM. During the charity event, 450 people got free food. An entertaining contest was held for the children as well, with the winners receiving books as rewards.
Hi everyone, my name is Emil and you are watching MNC's Just My Opinion. During our last episode, I shared to you all the important life lessons I learned from digital coins. I'm really happy to receive feedback from our audience telling me what they realized after watching that episode. Most of the feedbacks were about positivity and motivation. For our episode this week, what I'm going to share with you is a topic coming from our JMO suggestion forum. One of our viewers asked why most people are afraid to earn big. What a nice question, isn't it? I think the person who sent this might be encountering a lot of rejections after sharing MMM to his or her friends. And so I decided to make it a topic today because I know a lot of participants are in the same situation. Some of you might already heard about the fear of failure, wherein people are afraid to take risks or chances simply because they are afraid to face losses or failure. Now, let me ask, have you heard about the fear of success? Some will probably answer yes, but I'm sure majority will answer no. So, I think this segment will help you better understand what the fear of success is all about and why it stops you from achieving what you want. Working with people of all ages, backgrounds, and skills over the years, I found there's only one thing standing in the way of our success. Can you guess what it is? Point at yourself. It's you. It's me. It's us. We set deadlines, create to-do lists, write marketing plans, network like crazy, and tell people about our incredible ideas. Nothing else is in the way of getting us to where we want to go except self-sabotage. The pesky excuses why we didn't get something done, telling ourselves mediocre is good enough, or believing that huge goal we set is just too big. That belief of mediocrity, it was developed a long time ago when we were just kids. When we go to school or even at home, we are told that we have to study hard, have good grades, and find a good job so that we can attain a stable income. We are told that money is difficult to earn, and so we have carried this belief until we grow up. This became the very reason why most people are afraid to earn big. When they are presented with opportunity that could possibly change their life in a short period of time, they tend to reject it because their mind is overwhelmed by what could possibly happen about the future. It's all about the mindset. So if you're sharing the MMM opportunity and you get rejected, Don't get too emotional because you might be facing people with a mediocre mindset, or people who's afraid to become successful and financially free. Don't blame them because they are just victims of this society. They are brainwashed by the school, by their parents, by the media, and maybe by the community where they belong to. Offering them an opportunity to earn big is a way to free them from being slaves of their limited mindset. But don't forget that if they reject it, it's not your job to convince them. You can't force them to believe you. You can't force them to make the first step towards the success. They have to be willing to do it on their own. And by the way, if they don't believe what you're saying, maybe it's because they are just waiting to see results from you before they jump in. So work for it and be the best that you can be. Massive success is the best way to prove people that you are right and they are wrong. That's it for this week. See you again next week. My name is Emil, and remember that everything that I said in this video is just my opinion. Have a great day, guys, and bye.
That's it for another edition of MNC, your Mavro news channel. Greetings to our Muslim participants as they celebrate Maulid from the evening of November 30 to the evening of December 1st. I am Mark. Always remember, together we change the world.